What if the greatest empire in the ancient world was not built on terror, but on trust? What if a conqueror defeated kings not by burning their cities, but by opening their gates? In an age where rulers ruled through fear, blood, and humiliation, one man chose a different path. His enemies expected cruelty. His people expected domination. Instead, he gave them freedom. This is the story of Cyrus the Great, the king who conquered the world without becoming its tyrant.
You and your group
Long before Cyrus became a king, he was a threat. According to ancient legend, the Median king Astyages dreamed that his grandson would one day overthrow him. Terrified by the prophecy, Astyages ordered the child to be killed at birth, but fate had other plans. The baby was secretly spared and raised by a shepherd, far from the palace, far from power. Cyrus grew up among ordinary people, learning their struggles, their hopes, their fears. He did not inherit privilege. He earned understanding. When his true identity was finally revealed, Cyrus did not return to the palace as a vengeful prince. He returned as a leader shaped by humility. And when the time came, the prophecy fulfilled itself, not through betrayal, but through unity. Cyrus led a revolt against Astyages. The Median army, tired of tyranny, defected to him. The empire fell without a massacre. Cyrus did not execute the king who tried to kill him. He spared him. From the very beginning, Cyrus ruled differently. With Media united under his rule, Cyrus turned outward, not as a destroyer, but as a builder. One by one, kingdoms fell before him. Lydia in the west, Babylon in the south, vast lands stretching from Anatolia to Central Asia. But unlike other conquerors, Cyrus did not erase cultures, he preserved them. When Cyrus entered Babylon, one of the greatest cities on earth, its people expected slaughter. Instead, they were shocked. Temples were protected. Local traditions were honored. Priests were restored to power. Cyrus allowed exiled peoples to return home. Among them were the Jews, freed from captivity and permitted to rebuild their temple in Jerusalem. This was not weakness, it was strategy. By respecting the identities of the conquered, Cyrus gained something far more powerful than fear: loyalty. His empire did not constantly rebel, it endured. Cyrus understood something few rulers ever did. Fear creates obedience, but only temporarily. Respect creates allegiance. He ruled through laws rather than terror, setting foundations for governance rather than personal domination. His administration allowed local rulers to govern their own lands as long as they remained loyal to the empire. This balance created stability across cultures, languages, and religions. Even centuries later, Greek historians, often hostile to Persian kings, spoke of Cyrus with admiration. Xenophon described him as the ideal ruler, a man whose authority came from character, not cruelty. Cyrus did not need statues of terror. He needed trust. And trust built an empire larger than any before it. Cyrus was not a pacifist. He fought wars. He conquered lands. But he never fought for cruelty's sake. When enemies surrendered, they lived. When cities opened their gates, they were spared. Violence
enduring peace.
was a last resort, not a message. Even on the battlefield, Cyrus treated defeated kings with dignity. He understood that humiliation breeds rebellion, but honor disarms it. This philosophy turned former enemies into allies. An empire without fear does not collapse easily because its people do not dream of revenge. Cyrus died as he lived on campaign. Accounts differ. Some say he fell fighting nomadic tribes on the eastern frontier. Others suggest he died peacefully after securing the borders of his realm. But his final resting place was simple. No golden pyramid, no mountain of skulls, no monument of terror, just a modest tomb with an inscription that spoke volumes. I was Cyrus, who founded the empire of the Persians. Do not envy me this little earth that covers my body. A king who ruled half the known world and asked for nothing more than peace in death.
We march north tomorrow, I hear.
Yes,
Empires built on fear collapse when fear fades. Empires built on respect live on in memory. Cyrus the Great did not rule by terror. He ruled by understanding human nature. He proved that strength does not require cruelty, that power does not demand hatred, and that leadership can conquer hearts before lands. In a world still obsessed with domination, Cyrus left behind a different legacy. An empire without fear, and a king remembered not for what he destroyed, but for what he allowed to live.